What's up YouTube? Daniel back for another video. It's been a few days and I'm actually upset that I wasn't able to upload these past few days, but I want to make a quick video about it and essentially full honesty, transparency in terms of what I've been going through these last few months, in terms of my thinking, things I've been battling and things I haven't been sharing publicly, which has basically been fogging up my message. I was speaking with somebody about this, a good friend actually, and just things that I mentioned, like overthinking, all these things is basically taxed by the devil. And if you believe in God or don't, you have to believe. You don't have to believe, but the devil is real, whether you see it or not. And essentially, I've been experiencing things where I've been basically trapped and doing things that aren't helping me and aren't helping you guys, and just not being fully honest. So I want to basically make a quick video and share everything that has been on my mind. So if you've looked back through previous videos, I did share my story previously in terms of where I started my journey with relationships. You can say mastering that. That situation I had with my first girlfriend actually led me to the situation I try to help people now with, which is psoriasis. But something I have not been sharing and have been hiding is that it is not in remission. I feel like maybe people get the idea or the basically idea that my psoriasis is in remission, and I haven't seen a single plaque or spot or anything like that on my skin, and I've just hacked it and it's mastered and it's done, and that is a lie. That has not actually happened. I've realized that there's two parts to healing. There's the physical aspect, which I have, of the practices you need to do, the habits, the diet, the eating, but there's also the, I would say, mental/social aspect. And what I mean by that is when I was able to get in remission, there was periods that I was, and I was basically smooth sailing. That was when I had the most abundance in terms of peace, love and joy in my life, in terms of maybe someone I was dating, people I was with, and just overall peace. And that is something that because it's not currently in my life as much. That is something that I could say sacrifice maybe, but just more or less I've not focused on too much, because I've be able to, or wanted to distill down habits and things that I felt would help me on the front end. But I do realize that that is the the second part to the healing. So everything is on point with the diet, the practices, the habits, everything like that. But the other thing that's missing that is true healing is the mental aspect, the social aspect, being able to be socially healthy. I think that's a big thing. Say mentally healthy is about mentally clear, and these are things that I've been neglecting, and that is why I have not been sharing or being as genuine as possible. So that is one thing. Second thing, like I mentioned in the previously, is the thing of habit of overthinking. This is something that I've realized is a big thing that I struggle with, and just overthinking every little thing, and basically allowing, like I said, you can't believe in God, but allowing the devil to attack me, and basically just fighting myself with everything. So I want to share these two things because these are things that I feel like a lot of people go through, but they don't share. They just try to share or show that they have a perfect life, everything figured out, like I was doing. I was trying to hide behind some results I had with skin, being able to live drug-free, but I was hiding the fact that I wasn't fully healed. I was struggling with overthinking. Just not really sharing the full genuine message, and that's something I want to do here, because authenticity can only be achieved, I realize, when you're at peace with yourself. I was looking to grow the channel, and obviously help people with coaching, and that is still something I do, but I can't fully be at service to someone if I'm not being at service to myself, or sharing authentically what I'm going through in order to be at peace with it. If I'm able to share something, that's the only way I can kind of be let go. The video was interrupted by someone calling a friend, but like I mentioned, authenticity is my goal with everything I'm doing now. And if I'm not sharing things like this, you could say that everyone is going through but not actually sharing, then I wouldn't actually be authentic and actually be helping you. And also I wouldn't be able to fully be myself and learn about myself and be able to share what is actually my purpose. So it could be that maybe I'm meant to do something else. Who knows? I think the whole purpose of this channel and just my direction right now, my journey, is sharing everything that I've gone through, that I have somewhat results in and can help people with. So skin is one of them, and also relationships is a journey I've gone on in the past. Those are the two things I really base my wisdom off of. And like I said, the things that I battle with, a lot of people don't mention, and I'll gladly mention it. So it's like, it's overthinking, just not allowing myself to flow, be at a frequency where I'm actually being able to be grateful, be at peace, experience excitements for things that I'm doing. I think it's something that it's been attacking me a bit more over these past few months. Maybe things like comparing myself to other people that I admire. Like I said, trying to hide the things that I think would not be of value to people. So like I said, my psoriasis not being in remission felt like I was basically not able to actually help anybody, but it's completely false. Everyone is distinct in their own journey and what they're going through, and the ability to use food is something that I feel like is my calling. I've been able to use food to get out of so many different situations. I think the first one would be when I had my low moment, through you could say bouts of depression when I was like 22, 21, after my first breakup. There's a video about that with my first girlfriend, and I was using food to put myself in a deeper hole, dig a deeper hole. But I actually was able to get myself out once I was able to revert it. And I was also thanks to psoriasis and me getting psoriasis and having to see that everything I was eating was affecting me. So I didn't know about biomarkers at that point. That's the one thing that I think would have changed things tremendously. But I was just kind of doing a lot of experimenting, trial and error, and just seeing that there's so much that I was leaving on the table in terms of benefits with food. I was able to increase my energy, remove all this brain fog, remove the depression or the mental thing is because my stomach was, I was eating so much shit food. Things were so bad that I was just getting myself worse and worse. And that's one of the things with, one of the things with depression is it's a mental thing. So that goes back to the overthinking. I thought myself into this hole, used food to keep digging, and then eventually, I had to use food to get out. And then, I basically used tons of action to, get myself out as well. So using my emotion, someone I've been talking to who helped inspire this video, feeling my way as opposed to thinking. The one thing I always say a lot is I think, and he always says, you should feel, and that is super true as well. So if you're always thinking, you're not actually being able to live in spirit and harmony and what you're actually authentically here to do. And that's one thing that I'm working on. It's something you can't think yourself out of. That's one thing I've realized. I've been trying to battle overthinking with just thinking my way out. That's not possible. So this is something that I'm currently going through. It's a battle because I said it's a habit that I've had for so long and has gotten me into pretty bad places, but I've been able to get myself out through not doing it. So I know how far and my potential and how far I can go. And I hope this video helps to inspire you if you're basically going through anything where you feel like you're hiding parts of yourself in order to present yourself in a way that is of value to other people. And the only way you can be of value to other people is if you are of value to yourself and respect basically whatever your conscience is telling you to speak. And that's why I made this video, is because my conscience told me that I have to share everything that I've been hiding on the back end, that maybe you feel is not important if you're watching this or new to the channel, but for me it's something that I feel like it doesn't make me authentic if I'm presenting myself one way and saying I haven't figured out, but on the back end I'm basically battling things that a lot of people battle with and they can get value from and overcoming it. So that's basically the journey I'm on now of getting these things figured out. So looking to get psoriasis in remission. I could show you. I mean, it's a little bit, it's not bad at all. It's a little bit here, and I have a little bit here. So this is like the most honest video I've made ever. But yeah, so right now it's summer, thankfully, so I'm able to use the sun as a tool. It's a huge tool that everyone should be using. But you know, like I said, I have to get these other things sorted out. I feel like in a place where I have been chasing a lot as well, and that's another thing I can go into another topic with. I actually made another video about it, but that was basically just me chasing. You can say to have certain people in my life or situation that I wasn't ready for, and I think God was sending me signals that I wasn't listening to, and now I've received enough where I know that everything has to be attracted and nothing can be chased. Like I said, it's it's like a spiritual, mental video, but you know, everything goes back to spiritual. If you don't believe in God or the universe, you know, you can't believe in the devil because it's just real. And you know, everything is either God or the devil. So chasing is the devil. It's the ego lying to you, saying that, you know, if you get this thing and you chase it hard enough, then you'll be of value. And it's a lie. It's, you know, ego is not with God. It's the devil, and it's something that can control you if you don't manage it. So that's one thing I'm being more in touch with, is if I'm operating out of like lack or abundance, if I'm chasing or I'm attracting, if I'm overthinking, or I'm just living in spirit, you could say, or not thinking. So I know it sounds weird to say not thinking, but you can have thoughts. It's just not trying to control. Control is also another thing that no one really has control of what happens, as much as people may say, oh, you have like all these self-help people, like, if you visualize it or you imagine hard enough, you can control the situation. It's never really in control. There's things that happen, everything happens for you, and then sometimes you thinking you wanting everything to happen right away is actually the worst thing that can happen to you. And there's a big quote that says, sometimes God destroys your plans because your plans would have destroyed you. So that just goes to show that everyone has their own path, and as much as they have a part to play in it, you could say destiny is a thing, but I think it's something looking out for you and guiding you towards where you're actually supposed to be and the purpose you're put here to fulfill. So basically, I want to share that quickly because I think it's something that is going to allow me to just attain more peace and be able to help you guys more, because like I said, there's no more hiding, there's no more trying to look perfect or hide my imperfections. And like I said, I'm a human like everybody else. I'm not this, like, if I ever gave off this thing of like I have it figured out, obviously I don't, and everyone has their values. So these are mine. I want to share those with you. Hopefully they can be of value. And if you'd like to, or I want to share yours, you can put those in below. But it's just open, honest video of things that I go through and I'm going through currently. So everything will be figured out, which is a matter of time. Faith is the biggest thing. Having faith, and that is something that that will be developing as things go further. But anyways, here to the channel. Hope you got some value. A little bit weird video, I know, but you'll be able to find me on Instagram if you want to follow the journey. Like I said, I help people using food to basically be their medicine, and also just get the right habits that align you with what you're supposed to do and your purpose. So, hope you enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. In the meantime, keep killing it.